So because literally with every fiber of my being, I love Animal Crossing so much. There's many things that I want to see in Animal Crossing Switch, but also there are many things that I don't want to see in Animal Crossing on the Switch in order to make this the best Animal Crossing game to date. And because Pocket Camp is still sort of relevant, because I know there's a lot of people that still play it, including myself, it is in fact still technically the latest Animal Crossing game to be released, even though it is a mobile game and it is constantly getting support updated by Nintendo. Trust me, does it have its bad features, which if they are in Animal Crossing Switch can definitely hurt the title as a whole. And for those of you that have played the game even a little bit, know that it is littered with fetch quests. Now I don't have a problem with fetch quests as a whole, but it's like all of the requests, or 90% of the requests in this game, are pretty much just fetch quests. Later on they added in the features of gifting, and they have some item that they lost that you have to go out and find it on an island, but those items are usually the same 2 items, either a book or a pouch, and it's on like the same 2 islands out in the world itself, literally the same 2 trees and the same 2 areas. And this is just something that I don't want to be in Animal Crossing Switch. I don't want busy work. I want actual quests and adventures and real requests from the villagers that aren't just something so simple like give me an apple, give me 2 apples, give me a fish, give me a horse mackerel, a squid, anything like that. I don't want that. I'm fine with that occasionally, so it gives you more variety in what they desire, but I want something real where you have to give them real items, real materials, real things. I'm pretty sure Animal Crossing players are gonna know what I'm talking about. But on top of having maybe just occasional easy side quests similar to what I was talking about in my last Animal Crossing video, if you guys never saw that, then please go check that out. I want to have actual harder missions to where we have to find super rare items or super rare materials or animals that they want to see. I'm not just talking about some any old rare ones, but I'm talking about like maybe a rare fish that can only be caught on a certain time of day, on a certain day of the week, things like that, to where so you won't already probably have it in your inventory like in Pocket Camp, to where you are literally littered with so many different items to that when you go to people to fulfill the request, you already have all the items, so you can just skip through because you already have everything. Because in that game you always gonna have all the latest fish and fruit on deck, and they don't even really change really. I mean, the type of items that they want do change, but they just rotate, so it's just the same old thing. They have the same reactions, and I mean, you do get more money depending on the rarity of the item you give them, but it's just so easy and so mindless that there's no life to it, at least in that one feature itself. Now another huge thing is how stale the villagers are in this game, and I know in past Animal Crossing games this wasn't a problem. They were lively, they had actual emotions and interactions, but now in Pocket Camp it's just like they're just reading from a script. Even if you say something bad to them or choose a rude option, they'll just be like, oh great, thanks. Or even if you deny to help them, they'll just be like, oh thanks, that just means yes, right, I appreciate the help. And it's just bad now. I know in past Animal Crossing games this was never a problem, but Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is still the latest Animal Crossing game out right now, so I don't want them to take too many tips from that game and make the villagers act like they do. If I don't fulfill the request in time, I want them to be mad. If I say no to doing something for them, I want them to be mad. But if I do something good, I want them to be extra good and give me actual real gifts. And not just 200 old bells, because how am I going to save up enough to pay Tom Nook with 200 bells? Better give me something good. Next thing is probably Pete's delivery system. Now, for those that don't know what Pete's delivery system is, it's basically a way to where you don't have to travel out to the villagers or your town folk to deliver the items to them. Is where you literally go to a menu and tap through to see who requested what, and then just click the button, click OK if you wanted to give it to them and get the rewards for it, so you don't even have to interact or go to each of the different islands just to tell them anything, which decreases interaction even further, just making the already easy request that much easier, quicker, but so much easier. But I am split on this. I both do and don't want this in the game. I don't want this in the game for actual real quests or actual real things that they want and desire, but just the smaller scale, almost irrelevant quote-unquote fetch quest for just simple items. Because the whole big feature that people love about Animal Crossing is being able to travel around in your area, in your town, in your village, in your islands or whatever, and just talk and see the other villagers and townsfolk and see what they do and talk to them and interact with them and do things for them, or give them items or get items from them, anything like that. But the last thing I really gotta say is last two things is, one, I really want to make sure they incorporate shovel mechanics back into Animal Crossing, because like I said, Pocket Camp is still the latest Animal Crossing game, so whatever is in that, they could still take and put in Animal Crossing Switch. Now there's only one single section in Pocket Camp to where you can use your shovel, and you can't even dig, you literally just hit stones for gemstones. So I want them to make sure they reincorporate actual digging mechanics anywhere, unlimited, so they can add in more like planting bell trees, hiding things in the ground, pitfalls, anything like that. And rip the axe, bro, the axe isn't even in Pocket Camp in the slightest, like at all. But the actual last thing is the kind of friend system, because in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp you have a pretty good friend system to where you can give them kudos for how their campsite looks, you can water their plants for them, you can feed their plants for them, you can lend them a hand to get into Shovel Strike Quarry, into a restricted area basically. But one thing is, you can go to their camp, but you're only limited to where they're to their main campsite. You're not able to go to the rest of their islands where the rest of their villages are, and that's mainly because everything is the same. The only part where you have free reign to change things up is your own camping area. Every other island is exactly the same. Now some people may have different and more animals, but it's all just the same pool of villagers and animals to go around. Really, there's no variety in anywhere else except for your main campsite. And when you go and visit their campsite, you can't even be there at the same time as the other person. It literally just has your character just standing in the corner, just like a random NPC, and you could only either go back to your own camp or give them kudos, which you can already do without even having to talk to them. So make sure they reincorporate real friend mechanics where you can go in real time to these person's camps where they or these people's villages, or you have to let them in and you can be there at the same time. Let the weeds keep growing, run around in your flowers, mess things up, just things like that to make it seem more real instead of fake. But yeah, I mean, there's other small details, but I'm not gonna live this video with a bunch of small details that I know they're already gonna fix. But that's pretty much it. So what do you guys think? Are there any things you specifically want to see in Animal Crossing Switch that were in past Animal Crossing games that you want to make sure returns? How many bad things in Pocket Camp do you not want to see in Animal Crossing Switch? Let me know in the comments below. Go ahead and answer the question. What things do you want to see the most in Animal Crossing Switch? Make sure you hit the like button because it really shows your support. And if you really want to show some support, then make sure you please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because it really definitely truly helps me out a ton, and I very much appreciate you guys checking out each and every one of these videos, because it inspires me to do even more, because I got some good content going and I want to make sure I give you guys the best of the best. I am going to try and upload more and stream more, of course. So make sure you check my links to my social media in the description below, and follow my Twitter and Twitch and check those things out. So I want to thank you all for watching and see you guys in the next video. Peace out.